Hello, my name is Robbie Fitzwater. I own and operate Marketing Rhythm. We help e-commerce businesses with email and SMS marketing. And a lot of questions we get around this time of year is, hey, how should I think about SMS marketing for the holidays? And this lead up to the holidays, for so many businesses, it's such a big deal and such a huge initiative that they're working on that everybody's a little bit intimidated on how should I approach SMS marketing. So we want to kind of unpack some of those ideas, make it a little bit easier for you, and then understand like, hey, how should I use this as part of a larger strategy? So going to walk through that. So understanding, hey, what do I need to think about when I think about SMS marketing around the holidays? And the things that really make SMS different than email is SMS is just such a quick behavior trigger. Basically, I can suddenly, as a marketer, make somebody's wrist vibrate on their Apple Watch where they weren't, nobody has that turned on for their email. So where you're able to elicit such a quick response, it's a different way of interacting with a customer or communicating with the customer than a typical email where, again, SMS, you're typically going to have that quick initial response and then that's your chance. Email has a little bit of a slower burn where it may be sitting in someone's inbox for a little bit longer as opposed to SMS, which is pretty instantaneous. And this is a place where you have a certain level of intimacy with your phone, and you have to kind of respect that as a marketer. So I can't, again, send too many SMS messages because I'm going to burn out that audience and I'm going to frustrate them. Again, we look at our SMS inbox a little bit differently than we do our email inbox. That behavior hasn't necessarily been established completely yet, but SMS, because it's on our phone, because it's the way we interact with so many people in our close proximity all the time, it's going to be a little bit more intimate channel, so you have to kind of respect that. And this is where we really can treat our VIPs like VIPs and really start to ask for some of the data that we can really use and leverage over time. But it's a little bit difficult to do that right out of the gate. And typically, we always recommend, hey, you got to be able to earn that data before you can ask for it right away. So you have to kind of prove that you're a reputable organization, and they can trust you with that data before you're asking for it. So what do I need to be thinking about when I'm thinking about how I'm putting my holiday SMS strategy together? One of the first things I'm going to be thinking about is, hey, how do I start to actually build my SMS list? If I don't have anything, if I'm kind of working from scratch, the earlier I start, the better. So basically, as early as I can, start to build that SMS list. I want to start that list cranking and cranking and cranking. This is something you could be doing in a lot of different ways. Capturing a little bit more data after that first purchase, capturing a little bit more data after that second purchase. That second purchase is a really easy time to use a popover to capture a little bit more. We typically use that as a way of like, hey, do you want to be part of our secret VIP list and get extra early access or extra deals during the course of the year? That's a really easy way to incentivize them to jump onto that list. But because, again, they've purchased twice, the level of intent they have is just so much higher. And that's a much higher percentage shot. And like I said, again, SMS may not be for everybody, but those VIP customers that you can really treat like VIPs, that's where you're going to be doing it. As you're putting your holiday strategy together too, you're also going to want to be thinking about, hey, how can I also play ping pong with my email strategy? That ping pong is going to be really nice because we say ping pong is like we have a quick instantaneous reaction from SMS. We want those to be unique and different, but we want those to complement and supplement each other. Again, one's playing guitar and one's playing the banjo. They're both different and they're both supplement each other, or maybe one's playing the guitar, one's playing drums, however you want to work with that analogy. But they're both doing something a little bit different and going to elicit a little bit different response. Let's go with guitar and drums. Drums are just a different, again, percussion versus strings, where you're going to be thinking, hey, SMS is going to be a quick, instantaneous response. If this doesn't elicit behavior I want to see, how do I, again, move to this other space, which would be email? Those may go back and forth and kind of ping pong with that audience. You don't want to have too much overlap. If you know somebody's purchased via one, and again, you want to kind of exclude them from the other, that's just kind of good hygiene for this time of year. If they purchase during a holiday window, you want to exclude them from the additional cascade of promotions, but you want those to supplement and complement each other really well. So we always call that, like, how do you play ping pong? We also recommend warming your audience up. the first SMS message, you don't want them to be receiving it on like the first day of the holidays. Again, it's going to be really hard if they haven't received anything to have much context for you. So incorporating the SMS early and consistently leading up is just going to get them more used to receiving SMS messages from you and normalize that a little bit more, so it's not such a surprise when they receive it around the holidays. You want them to feel comfortable and confident when they're receiving email SMS messages from you, and you want that to be pretty normal. Another thing is we also kind of recommend adding these into some of our like high percentage, like we have the campaign side, which is like a large send to our SMS list. We want those to complement our strategy. We also typically recommend like, hey, how do you build that VIP list leading up to the holidays, and offering kind of either early access or an exclusive discount or exclusive access to specific products is kind of an easy way to pull people across to that giving them a chance to opt in through a different form. Also, if you're willing to give them that much, again, early access or a discount, again, SMS may not be the only thing you work to collect there. Maybe if there's other data that would be helpful for you to understand it, insights to glean, that's a really easy way to pull the trigger on a little bit more data you can kind of ingest. Also, we have the, again, campaign side, but we also have the automation side. This is a place where you don't want to be kind of like underserving yourself in terms of how these kind of work together. So on the automation side, definitely incorporate an SMS message or two into your automations. It's not going to send to anybody who hasn't opted into SMS, but those high percentage triggers are going to be great for you to be sending SMS messages. So your browse abandon, your abandoned cart, your cart recovery, all those sequences that are going to be, again, sending on a consistent basis, that's where you want to be adding your SMS messaging into. And when you do that, it's going to, again, make that more normal, but also if they're abandoning a cart, you can send that like 30 minutes after as opposed to like 2 hours after. So again, we're already kind of like compressing the window of time we follow up with them, but especially around this time of year, the people are busy. Again, multiple different messages, it just give us more percentage of ways to reach them. And hopefully we're doing that in a way that's going to be adding value and not detracting from them. Like we mentioned, like adding exclusive offers, using popover forms to actually get them over to that SMS list. There's just a lot of different ways we can typically do this, and there's a good number of ways to kind of like make this unique and different. We like adding images. Again, we don't have a ton of flexibility for images in terms of size, just it crowds up things. But again, adding some images with some personality always kind of makes these a little bit more human. Again, segmenting and using personalization is always a must. Like we really recommend that. By the time they get to your SMS list, you should have a good amount of data and a good amount of insight into them, or at least have their first name. So those are easy things to do, really easy high percentage wins you can kind of, again, give them there. Again, keep them active and engaged beforehand leading up to it, so they're not kind of receiving SMS messages from you for the first time early then. And then, like I said, use them in automations as you're going to be, again, getting them used to this. We always say like early access and a deeper discount is a really great way to win that audience over and to get them over to SMS. SMS, again, marketing starts really early. You want to be getting them over your SMS really early consistently, and especially leading into the holidays. That audience acquisition is only going to get more expensive leading into the most expensive time of year. So doing that early is going to really help. Again, we have an entire SMS guide if you want to, again, link over to that. But this is really how we're thinking about it in terms of the holidays, and kind of as we use it to supplement and complement the work we're already doing, and really kind of align both of those. And like we said, play ping pong where they're, again, connecting and engaging with each other, supplementing each other, and kind of like kicking that audience back and forth. So hopefully this is helpful. Again, if you have any more specific questions, let us know. We're always interested in talking shop on this. These are always super helpful, again, to kind of understand from your perspective. But hopefully you can take this and run with it this holiday, and hopefully do some cool things with SMS, but also make some money. So hope you all have a wonderful day. And like I said, this is Robbie Fitzwater with Marketing Rhythm, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.